There's a lockbox around here somewhere.
It's right there.
Nice. And we're live, baby. Freezing your ass off to check in. Is it? Don't. Whoa. Wow, this is amazing. Just kidding. You ever wonder how YouTubers like get reaction shots and they walk in and they pretend like this is the first time they ever see anything? Well, the truth is they spend like 5 minutes setting their camera up and getting the perfect angle, and then they go outside the door, and then it's a whole bit. It's all theater. YouTube is all theater. Okay, so I'm a big lover of Airbnbs because I love staying in unique places and one-of-a-kind experiences, all that jazz, right? But usually, when we come to New York City, my wife Ash here overrules me and will stay at hotels because if we're gonna stay in New York in a tiny box, it may as well be a nicely curated, beautiful boutique box at a hotel where there's room service. However, this time specifically, I found this apartment on Airbnb. It had like one review, so it was brand new. So I sent this little West Village croissant cutie over to her and she was down. And so for the first time ever, I'm staying in an Airbnb in New York. It's a very toxic, let me just tell you. What? Wow. Like, how did that happen so fast? And we're back. And we're back. What was I saying? And so for the first time ever, I am staying in an Airbnb in New York, and it's a very, very frustrating thing because every time I come to New York, I get super obsessive about it, and I just want to live here, and I just start looking at Zillow and looking at places that I could possibly buy, and I just got off the phone with a realtor that's selling their personal residence that they've used as an Airbnb, and they're actually open to selling this apartment on creative terms, aka seller financing. So I actually think I'm gonna start a YouTube series that details my journey to buying an Airbnb in New York. So if that sounds interesting to you, leave a comment down below and I'll do it. I think I'm gonna do it anyways, but let me know regardless. All right, so let's get to the brass tacks of this video and take a quick tour of this renovated studio loft in the West Village of New York City, where dreams are made of. Supply you with this super official shoes, which I really like it. Can you see these shoes? So overall, we don't know how big this place is, but we think it's about 400 square feet based on some quick math here. And overall, I really like this space. There are a couple of things from a design standpoint that I'm not a big fan of. For example, not a big fan of this mirror right here for a large variety of reasons. A, if you're doing anything in bed with a partner or with a spouse, you're basically directly looking at yourself, and that seems a bit weird, unless you're very narcissistic,
I think some people are into that.
Yeah, some people are into that for sure. Nice playing along, babe. Here's another really weird thing about this particular one. They put the TV here, but they didn't center it with the media console, and they put this really weird mirror thing right here. Not a huge fan of that. I wish that they would have centered this. But just even weirder about this whole situation is that to watch TV, you either have to sit in those uncomfortable bar stools, or you have to lay in bed sideways or something to watch it. This to me is just not comfortable at all. So one thing that I probably would have chosen as the designer of this place if I was gonna move some things around, I would have put that TV right here with the media console, and I would have put this mirror right here. I mean, you'd still be looking at yourself during things, but that's fine. The mirror would have made a lot more sense here in between two really big windows, I think, because the lights are coming in, mirrors here. One thing that I do like about this property specifically is that they did incorporate a lot of mirrors. They got a mirror there, they got a mirror right there. I don't like this media console, but this is kind of mirror. And then they have this mirror right here. They have a couple of others around the apartment as well. But overall, really nice. It's a 1-bedroom place. You can see up here, they have this loft up here. And this loft is like, these stairs are super weird. I definitely would have preferred like a ladder because these are just so dangerous to get up and down on. Ow, see, that hurt. So this is cool, but a couple of things to keep in mind. Here, come a little closer. Keep coming, come on. Oh, okay, I guess that's fine. All right, so liability in lawsuit waiting to happen because this is pretty far up. They don't have a rail right here, so if you're sleeping and you're a roller, you could very easily roll and fall down and hit your head on this countertop right here or on those stairs over there. So I'm not a big fan of this. So if you're gonna have a loft, definitely have a way for people to not fall off the loft. Usually in a loft configuration, the bed is going that way. Like it's going long way so that if you roll, you're just hitting the wall. In this instance, you're kind of rolling off the actual loft. So I don't really like that. And on top of that, I don't even know how you get down from this.
Aim for the bushes.
You're not gonna mention creepy Teddy?
I mean, and on top of that, if you're gonna have a loft, don't have a creepy teddy bear.
Like, I feel like there's definitely a camera in that thing.
Hey, owner. There probably is a camera in there.
This looks like a teddy bear. Smile.
Getting down from this is like very difficult.
Bootylicious is what it is.
I am scared.
The blue socks and the slippers are really a
Excuse me.
choice.
Excuse me. Not right now. Slippies unite. Come on. Slippies unite, baby. That's actually a relatively nice touch for an Airbnb, especially if you have a no-shoes policy like I do. In all of my Airbnbs, give people the opportunity to have slippers. Now, one thing that was confusing to me about that, though, is do they recycle them? Do they send them back to the company and get new ones? Like, do they just throw them away? Is it wasteful? Are they expensive? I don't know. Yeah, it's probably bad for the environment, so I don't love that, but I do love the amenity. Gotta be honest, I do like it. Next, New York kitchen here. Very small, but honestly, I think it gets the job done. And one of the things that I've noticed about New York kitchens in general is that they're always really small and there's not a lot of counter space. But this particular Airbnb actually has a lot of counter space. They just happen to take up half of the counter space with really random things that they don't need to have out, in my opinion. Not a big deal for us because we're not cooking. We're out there eating at restaurants and everything like that. But if we were cooking in here, I think I'd be pretty frustrated at always like hitting all this different stuff. But overall, really nice. One other random quirk about this property is that they have a lot of lighting, but their lighting is different in all of the different rooms. Like they have daytime lighting here, warm lighting there, daytime lighting, recessed lights, and it's just weird. So just make sure that whenever you're putting light bulbs in your Airbnb, that you're using the same color. Like warm light to me prevails 100% of the time. There's never a reason that you should ever have daytime lighting unless you want your Airbnb to feel like an interrogation room at like the FBI. Let's go into the bathroom. There's not a ton to see here because it's a pretty small bathroom. They've got a washer dryer in here, which is really nice. I don't know how to work it. We're not going to use it, but it's cool that that's an option if we wanted to. And then the bathroom, very small overall, but it is remodeled. I think they didn't have a very quality tile guy because the black grout is like seeping onto the actual tile, but whatever. Overall, cute bathroom. This is a window that they've decided to black out. I imagine it's because the view of this is probably the next building, which is just brick, but I would prefer that. I want natural light in a bathroom because it feels cold and stuffy in here, and it's so small that the fact that there is no light just makes it feel like I'm in a closet. Speaking of small, this bathroom. If you're 6 foot, this isn't gonna work. You're not gonna be pooping in this bathroom. I'm 5'8". I was using the restroom earlier, okay? We don't have to get into details about that, but it's tight. It's a tight squeeze in here. So if you're a tall person, okay, like I said, cold and stuffy, let's get out of here. All right, so let's talk about 3 things we like about this Airbnb and 3 things that we don't like about this Airbnb. So what is your favorite thing about this specific apartment?
The location.
Where's the location?
West Village.
You get so animated behind camera, and then as soon as it's on, you get brave, and then as soon as the camera's on, you're like...
What am I supposed to be animated about?
Let's try this again.
Stupid.
What's your favorite part about this Airbnb?
The location.
Where's the location?
In the West Village.
Okay. Second favorite thing, go.
It's clean. It's decently remodeled. It looks nice on the inside. It looks new. It looks updated.
All right, we'll allow it. My favorite thing about this is definitely the location. I think that we are in the heart of it, and I'm relatively certain that I saw Jesse Eisenberg walking his dog next to me yesterday because he was like, "Rob Bell?" And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Jesse Eisenberg. I can't say with a ton of certainty. 2, though, I will say this apartment has a lot of interesting assortment of knickknacks and tchotchkes that I don't like. They mixed a lot of like gold Art Deco type of stuff together. I don't like any of that really, but what I do like is that it does feel innately New York. They've got, exposed beams in the ceiling. They've got this brick wall here that they painted white. I would prefer it just to be like natural brick, but they painted it white. They've got really big windows back here where the light just pours in.
The windows are very nice.
Yeah, it's like a natural alarm clock,
very
basically.
Pretty.
This apartment specifically just screams New York. This is what I really like about New York design overall, is that apartments and studios and 2-bed, whatever, they all have really random spaces, recesses, nooks, crannies, lofts, and a lot of the times you're not gonna find a mattress or a media console or a curtain or a shutter that fits the space that you're in, but you get really creative with it. And the owner of this property, you could tell that they got very creative with some of the things that they did. They may have missed the mark here or there on some of the design points, but overall, like, it feels like a very New York apartment to me. It could be a little more New Yorky in that it could have more exposed brick.
Yeah, the brick for sure.
But overall, I like this apartment. So $670,000 for a studio loft. It's not a one bedroom. A little bit of privacy could go a long way in a place like this, but it would close it off if you walled off the room. So I think it's a good deal. I would pay that. Would you own this? Would you, if I was like, hey, let's buy this, would you buy it?
Not for our situation. No.
Right. Pre-kids though.
Yeah, I think because of the location.
You walk outside and we're kind of in the middle of everywhere.
We're in a great spot, but I don't love this space.
Yeah.
And also the bathroom is very small.
The bathroom is small.
But I think that's just the way it is.
Bye. Thank you. And that's it. This has been a very random episode of Raw Built. I wanted to make this video because, like I said, I'm really obsessed with Airbnb in New York, and I've always just wanted to rent an Airbnb here and not just live the hotel life. And this apartment does check a lot of boxes for me. I think for what we paid, $260 a night for 3 nights. The cleaning fee was $150. We paid $1,050, something like that, after taxes and fees and everything like that, for 3 nights in the West Village in a studio apartment loft that's really in the middle of everything. I'm happy with it. And so this has reignited my passion to get a place in New York. So stay tuned. I think I'm gonna buy a place in New York. I've got some feelers out with different realtors. I've already texted a few people about different properties that I'm interested in. So as I go down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out how to establish a short-term rental, specifically a medium-term rental, to abide by all, excuse me, to abide by all the regulations, because that's really the only way you can legally Airbnb here, is if it's 30 days at a time or more. I'm gonna take you through that entire process. So with that, if you like this video, this is vloggy-ish type of video, then I will catch you on the next episode of Raw Built.